it to you for somebody who knows you, Lord, but just hasn't been seeing you in the right view lately. Hear me out. Father, I'm praying for a friend, he and I are pretty close. And out of all my friends, for this one I'm concerned the most. He say he reading daily, but he ain't really learning. He been in church but say that he ain't moved by any sermon. His face weak, he ain't prayed in a week. He wake up and just weep.
Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing, and welcome to all of you who are watching this via Facebook or Twitter. It's Makeup by Rachel O, and today I'm going to talk to you about two books that I read this summer about natural hair. And I recommend both of them, actually, because I would love to get your opinion and feedback on what you thought about the books. But this is just my opinion and my experience with reading both of these, okay? So the first one is called Ultra Black Hair Growth 2. Now, this is the 2000 edition, which is the latest edition of this particular book, and it was written by Cathy, Howse. I went and got the book because it was highly recommended by KimmyTube, which you guys know is a huge natural hair blogger here on YouTube. And I'm sorry, Kimmy. I'm sorry anyone else that likes this book, but I was actually not impressed at all. I thought it was very poorly written. I don't know if it's because it's an older edition and it needs to be updated, but to be honest, there was absolutely nothing, no information in this book that was earth-shattering or gave me a light bulb moment. And I mean, I honestly don't recommend it unless you just want to check it out because you want to read as much information as you can about natural hair. But I mean, I think the thing that was most annoying about this book is that her point of view came across very preachy, you know, like, well, if you have natural hair, this is what you should be doing, or you should know this. And she like basically blasted all of the, well, I don't want to say blasted, but talked a lot about licensed hair care professionals and how, you know, they really don't know what they're doing. And you know, I wasn't impressed at all. She has a whole chapter on hair brushing, and that struck me as kind of odd because if you have natural hair, 9 times out of 10 you don't really brush your hair anyway, unless you're wearing it in a style that's back. But you know, that was not really like, oh wow, you know. So, and she does have a formula that she gives out in here, but honestly, even the formula that she gave is basically saying what we already know, is that if you have natural hair, you need moisture, and the whole system is based around that. And of course, you know, not using any heat on your hair. So honestly, even the formula that she gave is basically saying what we already know, is that if you have natural hair, you need moisture, and the whole system is based around that. And of course, you know, not using any heat on your hair. So it's Ultra Black Hair Growth 2. If you are going to get it, I recommend you get it from your library. You definitely wouldn't want to spend any money on. I wouldn't recommend spending any money on it. But you know, and then the other thing that was kind of funny to me is that I kept looking for her bio information. I did not see it. I don't know if I'm overlooking it, but I didn't see it. And to my knowledge, she is not a licensed professional herself. Not to say that you need to be one to, you know, give advice on natural hair, but it's like, you know, she kept talking about all the things about natural hair and, you know, licensed professionals, and it's like, okay, well, where are you getting your information from? And You know, so I wasn't impressed with it. It's called Ultra Black Hair Growth 2. Cathy Howse is the author. And, you know, you review it. Tell me what you think about it. Okay, so that's one book. The second book here, now this one I highly recommend. It's called Hair Rules. And it's by Dickey. And I thought this book was awesome. As a matter of fact, I got this one from the library, but I want to make it a part of my collection of books that I have. He gave a lot of really, really great information. He talked about women that choose to wear their hair straight. You know, it's totally acceptable. He doesn't recommend it, but then he also talked about, mainly this book is written for women that have kinky or curly hair. Some of the things that he talked about that were really new to me is he talked about how shampoo is really meant for your scalp and not necessarily your hair unless you have a lot of product on it. But that was something that when I would wash my hair, I would put a lot of the shampoo on my hair. And I would put some on my scalp too, but he basically talked about how shampoo is really meant for your scalp and conditioner is meant for your hair. So, you know, he talked about how when you condition your hair, you want to make sure that you really get it on the ends of your hair. He gives a lot of great recipes. He recommends using natural oils like jojoba oil, castor oil, all those different things. He talked about how after you finish washing your hair, if you dry it off with a towel, that can actually cause more frizziness. So he recommends like using something cotton, a cotton t-shirt or something like that. So I definitely made that switch. He gave a lot of really great tips. And not only that, the book was very well written. I liked it because you can clearly tell that it's dedicated to women that have kinky hair, but he does talk about women that wear their hair straight and how they can care for their hair also. So these are just my 2 summer reads, and he even has a chapter in here on weaves. Okay, talks about that. Now he is a licensed hairstylist. I love hearing from people that are licensed. And he actually has a pretty big celebrity clientele too. Tamiko Frazier wrote the what do you call it? The first part of the book. Yeah, he has a lot of celebrity clientele, as you can see here. So 2 books for you to read: Hair Rules by Dickey and Ultra Black Hair Growth by Cathy Howse. All right, these are my natural hair summer reads for you. I highly recommend them. Don't forget to comment, rate, or subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. It's Makeup by Rachel Gold. Take care.